What's up, everyone out there? Welcome back to the Phantoms Fanatic YouTube channel, and, fuck, wait, do I say welcome back to the... Well, this is the Meandering Conversations podcast, and I am here...
Okay.
I am here joined by my good friend, the only one who I could get this to, because this is a re-recording of a podcast, because the past one had audio issues, so I couldn't use it. Plus, we said very heinous shit in that, right, man?
Yeah, no, that was all I'm gonna say is it was interesting to say the least.
Yeah, but there was an audio problem, so I want to give you guys the best content I can, so that's why I'm re-recording this. Anyways, this is a podcast where we talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about, and yeah, make sure you guys like and subscribe down below if you enjoy our stupidity, and I don't really have anything, but how's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. My Amazon right now is fucking up and I need to rebuy the thing I bought, I think. Keyword think. I gotta look.
What'd you buy? A knife?
I bought an anime t-shirt
Oh my fucking god.
and it's saying I need to update my payment information when I know I don't need to.
You guys want to know a fun fact about Logan here? He's bought so many knives that if it turns out that he becomes a serial killer, I wouldn't be surprised.
And they're all in my car, so if I get pulled over and searched, I am fucked.
Well, you're not 18 yet, so you can't legally.
It doesn't matter if I'm 18 or not. All the blades on them are illegal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, they're all above 3 inches.
Then why the fuck do you keep them in the car?
We don't talk about that.
In case you have to fucking have a fight with somebody where you're like, oh no, here, let me throw my knife. I missed it. Another knife. I missed it. Another knife. Like
If
I
that
imagine
ever
like a
happened,
I
dude,
imagine.
half those knives, if you threw them, half them, if you tried to throw them, they would feel like you're throwing a sledgehammer. That's how heavy they are.
But no, what I'm saying is like, sometimes in like action movies you have car chase where people are like shooting back and forth at each other. I just imagine like the one guy is shooting at you and you're just fucking throwing
God.
knives. That would almost be like comedically funny as like just a large amount of knives being thrown into somebody because they're not dying, even though I'm pretty sure that joke has been done before. Which I wouldn't be surprised.
Sure.
Well, in John Wick, he
This
kind of does that, but
this was so dumb that I had to update my payment method my ass.
well, Amazon can be a pain in the ass sometimes, even though I
Bro, you
order
know
a.
what's a pain in the ass?
Hmm.
So I use my parents' account some of the time,
Yeah.
and so literally I tried to do it today, and it was telling me that I needed to do like some weird ass shit because for some reason, whenever you try to buy something that you don't normally buy on Amazon for a long time, it'll be like it'll send you an OTP, which is a one-time password,
Why?
and
Because
because it makes you reset the password. You can't not reset the password at that point. Then you have to wait like 2 hours before you can use the account again. And it did that so many times when I tried to purchase like PlayStation cards digitally on there.
I don't know why the fuck that would happen. That seems so. I thought it was more like a security thing where it's like, I don't
It's
know, somebody
gay.
somebody who mainly buys like, let's say, fuck, guns off of. I don't think you could buy guns off of Amazon, but
You can't.
okay, whatever. Say somebody who normally buys, I don't know,
Well, okay, if we're talking
sex toys.
technical,
Uh,
oh, you can definitely buy those, trust me.
so say if it's somebody who normally buys sex toys, and then out of the blue they buy, I don't know, what's a normal thing to buy? Toilet paper. They would be like, is this you? Because you usually buy sex toys on this account.
Well, not necessarily. It doesn't even ask you like, is this you? It just does it.
I don't know, man. Sometimes, dude, fucking services sometimes can be the most stupid amount of crap when I'm just like trying to log into something like if I have two separate accounts that I actually accidentally made, because that happened with my Epic Games account recently, is that like it turns out that even though I hit sign in with PlayStation on it, it didn't sign me in with PlayStation. It created a separate account. So if I want to get my stuff off of my PlayStation account or play on the stuff with my PlayStation account, I have to switch over to that account. But if I want to play other games that I don't have on my PlayStation account, I have to switch over to my other one. And it's just so fucking annoying. Like having to deal with this. Holy shit.
Checking if the actual payment went through this time.
Are we just gonna title this episode Amazon products? I don't know.
Finally, it went
There's
through
a
this time.
there's a lot of weird shit you can buy off Amazon. Do you know what dehydrated water is?
Yeah, it's literally an empty can.
That's like $10, and it's like
You're buying like a can or like a box or something of air because
well, you add water in it,
without
and there's
oxygen
water.
is just no water without oxygen. All it is hydrogen gas.
Well, no, it's just air in
It's
there, so you
H.
add it. No, it's dehydrated
Yeah,
water, Logan. You
I
add
know.
water to get water.
So here's how it works. H2O, you remove the O, there's no O, so it's all it is there's two hydrogen molecules. Hydrogen, it's hydrogen gas. And so all you have is a can of hydrogen gas at that point. That's all that dehydrated water is.
the the funniest thing that I just was like how does Logan, somebody who like did not try at all in high school, know about this? But then I recall you actually enjoyed chemistry, so that's why.
Yeah.
No, I have a theory why you liked only chemistry, because I've been watching Breaking Bad recently, so I believe that you were trying to make meth. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that's why you paid attention.
I would have put it past myself.
The knives are to protect yourself. See, I'm figuring this out. The anime shirt, I don't know how I can work
Here's
into
something,
this.
I'm just gonna tell you this right now. If you ever have a baseball bat in your trunk, put a baseball mitten or glove, whatever it is, in there. Your lawyer will thank you later.
So wait, so by that logic, if I have a knife in there,
What the fuck would you put in there to make that work?
no, if I have a samurai sword in there, have like a martial arts outfit in there, bam, problem solved.
Yeah, or like a whetstone.
What the fuck is a whetstone?
It's used in sharpening.
Oh, that make well
I
still that.
actually have some of
I feel like
those.
that wouldn't explain it. And what other weapons can we hide by doing? Any guns? No, you couldn't hide that. Just spray paint the tip of the gun orange, and you'll think it's an airsoft gun. Bam, bam, problem solved.
Well, technically, you can buy guns off Amazon. It's airsoft guns, though. It's only airsoft guns.
Yeah, but you can't kill somebody with an airsoft gun.
You want to bet?
Uh, let me Google this real quick.
If you have a
Can...
pellet gun with metal BBs, you can kill somebody.
Okay, yes, but I'm saying an airsoft gun, which I
Plastic BBs, the only way
Yeah.
to do that is if you hit the same spot repeatedly with perfect accuracy, so it's basically almost impossible.
Dude, I remember my brother was obsessed with fucking airsoft to the point where like we would have just giant wars in like our backyard, and we made like two forts. One fort we called Fort Walnut because it was very like fortified, you know what I mean? It was hard to break like a walnut. You know what I'm saying? Even though we could have just busted the walnut. You get that joke?
Oh my god.
Imagine if that's how you describe coming.
Coming into a woman, yeah. No, we
I'm gonna-
busted into a walnut.
I'm gonna bust into my walnut. Like, what euphemisms could we just make everything sound fucking horrible with?
I don't even want to know.
You wanna see my sock puppet?
Oh my god.
Wait, isn't that... Yes, that is a thing. No, I'm not even gonna... I know that's a thing. Like a dick sock puppet? Yeah, that's definitely a thing. Like, who the hell thinks that's like a sexy or like arousing ideas to have like your dick in a sock. Like,
I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have a cum sock somewhere in my room, but I don't I don't like get off to my sock.
I just imagine like a crusty.
It's not crusty. All of it's inside of there, so it's not really crusty, but
I don't want to know more about it. I'm
we
pretty
have
sure.
succeeded in killing him.
I'm pretty sure. Like, don't prisoners make like fleshlights out of their socks? And I want to say that, or they just fuck a dude in the ass. I don't know what.
They fuck a dude in the ass.
Well, don't drop the soap.
I heard a story. I was watching a YouTube video. This is credit to Larry Lawton for sharing this story. He's on YouTube. You can look him up. He was an inmate. So one day he heard all this like yelling and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the guy was in pain and shit. And so later on, he found out that some other like there was blood everywhere, and I mean everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They found out later that some of the other inmates actually cut him from his anus to his ball sack and fucked it like a vagina. Yeah.
Wait, would that castrate you?
Not really, because they could stitch it back up.
But like,
But no,
aren't like
there was
the
seminal fluid, there was blood, there was
like, where are like the inner sides of your sexual organs located, other than the testes and the shaft?
Your shaft is actually mostly inside of your body, believe it or not.
Well, yeah, because when you get an erection, it's just blood. Is your dick
Yeah.
is your dick a muscle?
Technically speaking, I guess it could be considered a muscle.
So could you work it out?
You know, I don't have the answer to that question, nor do I want to answer that question.
I'm pretty sure, isn't it like walruses have like a dick bone?
What?
That they have a bone in their dick. I'm pretty sure this is from the movie Tusk, which is like
Elephants have feet. And I don't mean like their normal feet that you can see from the outside. I mean they have like human-looking feet.
walrus.
Oh my God, he's looking it up.
How big is a oh my God, that's 22 inches.
Yeah, that's almost 2 feet.
I think, yeah, no, they have a penis bone. A walrus has a penis bone.
6.
But wait, how do they get an erection if their penis is a bone? Does it just...
Why are you looking into this more?
Okay, let me give context to this. So, in the Kevin Smith movie Tusk, the plot of that movie is that this like jackass like podcaster, oddly enough, he's looking for like stories to talk about, and he finds like this story about this like this guy who like tells him this story about how like a walrus saved his life, and then the guy turns out to be insane, so he like like chops off his limbs and then turns him into a walrus. And in that movie, they're like, this is a walrus penis, and it's like a giant bone thing. So that's the context.
Look up the size of a blue whale's penis.
Why did you look this? Why do you wait? You have a strange connection to ocean creatures and their genitalia, I've realized.
Don't question me. I'm pretty sure it's like close to 10. No, not to 10. Like
12 inches. It says 12 inches. Yeah. That's not that big.
No, that's a foot. $5 foot long, boys.
See, like saying like, "Oh yeah, dude, imagine if you had like a foot long dick, not hard."
Okay,
And I'm like,
okay.
that would be the most like,
Pain in the ass thing to hide.
yeah, one, and like you would have to, it would be just fucking heavy, and you would have to like lump it around like,
I don't think it would be that heavy. It couldn't be heavier than having a set of double D's as a woman, but
yeah, but fair that but they have a bra. That's the
well,
difference.
yeah, but we have underwear.
Oh yeah, like that's gonna hide a fucking
I mean,
foot-long dick.
they could line their schlong right going so it goes right up their shirt, but
Or I was gonna say right down their leg. Well, that would just look like they had a tumor then, so.
that would look like you're carrying a Red Bull can in your pocket, which I've done before, by the way. I'd like to point out I've carried a monster in my pocket.
See, you ever question why like dudes have like huge pockets and then like women don't? Like on
No,
women's
because we
G's, they don't have
store
front
everything in our
pockets.
pocket. They put everything in purses, so they don't need fucking pockets.
I was gonna make a different joke the way so then, we could stick our hands in the pockets and then touch
No.
our
See, if you
growing
ever get a
lip.
hole in one of your pockets, just leave it. Then you can itch your balls whenever you so please by just putting your hand in your pocket instead of just
Yeah,
scratching down
nobody's
there.
nobody's gonna notice like the movement down there, Logan. Yeah, nobody's gonna notice that.
Not unless they're looking. Then you can call them out on it.
Fair. I think we've had this discussion before. Like,
I
if
think I'm
the
getting deja vu.
no, I'm gonna bring up something else. So, like if you get an erection and just the word boing would happen.
Oh my God, I remember that one.
So the thing is, I kind of half was inspired by Whose Line Is It Anyways gag, where it was like scenes from the hat, and it was like bad times for Viagra to kick in using the word boing. And like that kind of inspired me using the word boing to describe a boner. But how else would you describe a boner?
Like sound effect or what?
Yeah, like a sound effect. I know you have a definition of what a boner is, but
Kind of like a tent in your pants, but I don't know how you would put that into words.
boing. That just makes sense to me.
I mean,
But
yeah, that makes sense to me too, but
but
mm,
no, just like you're in your class in school and you just hear boing.
just teacher, what the fuck was that noise? Nothing.
Nothing. That's the most inconvenient, man, where you just get an erection randomly and then you're just like, God damn it. The class period's about to end. Oh no. I have to stand
You have to
up.
go for a presentation.
Yeah.
No, so my parents took my brother to Hooters, right? So, and my brother was telling me about how he couldn't stand up for 10 minutes.
This is not an original joke at all, but it's still funny nonetheless. You know
Yeah,
how
I
many
know.
like just boing.
Just, okay, time to go. Wait, mom, not yet.
No, not
Why
yet.
not? Why not?
Just hold on, give me a second.
Look,
You just close his eyes, like, don't think about it, don't think about it, don't think about it. Like,
naked grandma, naked grandma, naked grandma.
isn't that a Jeopardy answer when like
Yeah, it was.
Steve Harvey's like, what would a robber not like to see when he's robbing a house? The guy rings, naked
Oh,
grandma.
yeah.
uh,
That's too good.
I don't know if I really like game shows that much. I don't know.
It's
Like
whatever, but I'm
sometimes
not
in Jeopardy you get
particularly
funny
into like
responses from the people, so
yeah.
boo 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 boo.
How
Wait,
old do
no,
you
not
think Steve
Jeopardy.
Harvey
Not
is?
Jeopardy. That's Family Feud. Never mind. I
How
mixed them up.
old do you think
Steve Harvey is
yeah.
Steve, I want to say like 50s.
I want to say like 55 to 60.
He is 65 years old.
Holy Jesus.
Um s- so another interesting thing I was thinking about earlier today, that kind of has to relate to us talking about boners and stuff like that. Um So, you know how in movies with like movie ratings like R, there's PG, G, PG, PG-13, R, yes? So you know how there's R, PG-13, and then X. Something interesting that I was thinking about was that was how come like seeing somebody getting their like head blown off is not as worse as seeing just a penis? Like,
It's it. I don't know. That's a good question, but at the same, I mean, I can see where they're coming from, but
yeah, I can see that, but isn't like seeing somebody's, like head get blown off and like blood and
it's a lot more
brain?
graphic.
Yeah, it's a lot
That's
more
for sure.
graphic, but that's at the same level as just a dick. Like,
No, I don't think so. If it like I would say like the
what?
titty scenes in movies
I'm
are
keeping
probably like
quiet now.
nonchalant,
I
obviously.
am.
Um, but it's like when if they show
Okay,
like a
shh, I'm
vagina or a
sorry.
penis is when it
I'm
gets a
sorry.
little higher up. But I feel like
I
when they show like boobs and shit in movies, it's not that bad.
Mm-hmm. What were you talking
Um,
about?
I was saying about how like boobs aren't as bad as seeing like a vagina or a penis in movies.
Well,
I don't know why,
yeah,
but I feel that way.
but you can't have a PG-13 rated movie and get away with seeing tits. Like, you just can't.
Like,
Which is an interesting thing that PG-13 like a good example of this is before PG-13 was created. There was Indiana Jones and Indiana Jones movies which were PG, and they were insanely violent. Obviously, there's like the face melting scene, and then like guy eating monkey brains, and they worked. They made they Hollywood finally realized maybe we should create a new rating that fits between PG and R because it's almost pushing it too much to where PG is that way. It's more of just like the change in times, especially it was the 80s when PG-13 was created, and it obviously shows that just with the different times and like all the parents being like violence is bad, and I don't know why I'm doing a grandma voice
I don't know.
and stuff like that, and obviously you get problems from these type of results, and filmmakers tried to push what the standards were and what PG was used to, but obviously times change, and you get the creation of the PG-13 rule, which then just made movies that were PG, just strictly family films. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think that it's a interesting thing where we see like blood and graphic descriptions are at the same level as like just nudity. Like I understand nudity is a mature concept, obviously, and but at the same time, I feel like isn't like a graphic like person getting like stabbed and eviscerated worse than that?
Yeah. I think they're pretty close to being equally bad, but probably getting a like someone's head bashed in or something is probably worse.
Yeah, I see that, but I I guess it almost makes a difference to where like the gore in films are fake, while the nudity is not fake. You get what I'm saying?
Kinda.
Like like I'm saying it's special effects driven, and like blood and guts are not really real. They're fake. They're like food coloring or CGI. When
Oh, mm.
you get what I'm saying, it's not like realistic. And I love films that, use gore. I feel like gore sometimes can go over the top, and I feel like nudity can go over the top, but I feel like it's an interesting just topic to think about, like why is somebody getting their head exploded on kin with like a, a pair of tits? You get what I'm saying?
To be honest, if it was me, if you show a pair of tits on screen, I'm not gonna get aroused.
I
I've just
mean,
seen too
yeah,
many.
you've seen the most horrific shit ever, and I kind of understand that.
I've just seen a lot of pairs of tits. Let me tell you what. I see them on a daily. I go into my Reddit feed and it's just hentai.
Well, there's this thing called the internet that was invented, and that makes porn, especially, very
I also just have
accessible.
I also just have like a fucking whole Discord server worth of hentai that I can just download images and shit from. So that
See,
helps.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I feel like porn has really advanced with
I don't
the
get
internet.
to be honest, I don't really get like off on traditional pornography, like actual woman and man doing it. I get off more on hentai and animated women.
I'm really glad that you're explaining your sexual orientation. This is something that I really wanted to hear about, and I bet all of our people at home like hearing about this.
No, I don't know what they're into.
Yeah, I love the podcast episode where Logan talks about his sexual orientation for 5 minutes straight. I really like hearing about what he likes to beat it off to. That's really interesting and made me feel
Never
something.
know what weird things people are into.
Yeah, who knows? Somebody could possibly be masturbating to us talking right now.
Oh, with you having your very soothing voice in the microphone.
Well, I have to talk quieter now, so that's why I'm
I
doing
know,
this.
I know you do.
This feels weird talking like this. My throat feels upset.
Your throat's just like, why? Why are you doing this to me?
But speaking of that, this has barely anything to do with what we were talking about. But at my job, I work at a grocery store. I've mentioned this before, and I had to do a carry out once, and this old lady, she probably meant no weird intentions by saying this, but it was still weird coming from me thinking about it. But
She call you handsome or something?
no, no, it wasn't that. So I was loading her stuff, and I was like, "Yeah, you have a good day," and all that good kind of stuff. And then she's like, "You have a very deep, nice voice," and I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, thank you." And then in my mind, I'm like, "What the fuck is this lady talking about?"
I don't think your voice is that deep.
It wasn't like me. I was like, I guess I have a deep voice. I don't know, but it was more just like, yeah, 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 yeah. Thanks. Yeah, this isn't weird at all. Yeah, okay, bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make this conversation as not awkward as possible after hearing that. Yep.
You ever have that type of situation, like like somebody says something that like, and I've probably
Not
done this to you a
really.
bunch, so
I haven't really had a conversation like that at my job because I work in fast food. And so I see the customer like not I don't see them very long, if at all.
I've heard you've like talked about like shitty customers before. I don't know if like you dealt with them or somebody else did, but I
A
remember you.
coworker cussing, like not cussing, but like having an unfriendly conversation with the person in the window.
Why was the person in the window being an ass, or was he being an ass?
It was a one of my older coworkers, and it's a she.
Like,
Um,
okay, sorry, I assumed gender. Oh no, I'm gonna get canceled. I don't care.
um, no, but it was interesting to say the least.
Yeah.
I didn't really hear any of what she was saying, but it was certainly interesting to see considering I've never really seen that kind of thing before.
I mean,
So,
I've only worked service jobs. I work retail. I don't interact with customers that much, and most of the interactions with them that I have are, not they're not like assholes to me or anything. I do,
no, most of the customers I work with aren't assholes, but they can be interesting, to say the least.
yeah. But my previous job, I have some stories from that. I used to work at a restaurant busing, and it was like Thanksgiving Day, and this table sits down, and like okay, I would like to point out that like I understand what he was getting at, but at the same time, it was like so I go to fill the water glasses, but from the dishwasher that we use, for some reason the water glasses get like filled with this like I don't know. You know what like dried water looks like on a window? You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean.
Yeah, it gets like filled with that. It's like nothing bad. It's just like cleaning or something. And like this guy who I filled up his water, he's just like, you need to get us new glasses. These are like completely filthy. And like it wasn't an unenjoyable response, but just the way he said it to me and the fact that like I had nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a busser. I don't do dishes. I don't know, just his demeanor towards me was kind of dickish, but you have to keep a
My job is messy. I'm gonna tell
level
you right now.
headed.
It's messy.
Yeah, you wanna give us some insiders on McDonald's work culture and how messy things get back there?
Well, let's just say that my shoes sound like they stick to the floor every time I walk on a wood floor. So I don't know if that's any indication. That's probably only from soda syrup. I can tell you there's probably one or two broken up fries lodged between the things in my on my soles of my shoes.
Have you
Same
ever
with a bunch of other crumbs and shit.
have you ever came close to like slipping or falling over on like a wet floor before?
Oh, I've fallen. Oh yeah, I have.
Oh, that has happened to
I
me.
was carrying a box of 10 to 1, which is basically just normal hamburger meat.
Mm-hmm.
But I was carrying it out of the freezer. I stepped over this plat. When we do truck, we have there you put all the boxes and shit on these black plats,
Mm-hmm.
and we have to cut the wrapping off the sides and take the boxes and unload them. And I was stepping over a plat with one of those, and I slipped and fell on my ass. Didn't really hurt. I didn't fall on my tailbone, so it didn't hurt at all.
Yeah.
But it was interesting.
Multiple times at my old job, like either something was mopped or water was spilt, and I just remember like slipping, but I would catch myself. But the problem is that like there was a ledge there, so I just slipped and bashed my shin into the goddamn ledge there. And there was a
That's why you should
recent,
get non-slip shoes.
yeah, yeah. Well, those are expensive, but
They're not that expensive.
yeah, and then at
My shoes are non-slip.
my current job, I don't remember exactly what happened. The floor must have just been mopped, or there was like
I didn't
water.
hear a word you just said because you're lagging.
Oh, yeah, sorry about. Oh crap, what the fuck? I think I may know the problem, but I can't really fix it right now. So, but
Mm.
as I was saying, so there was like water spilt in this like corner. Luckily, I caught myself, or else I would have like hit the ground and it would have fucking hurt. But um, I was fine, obviously, and yeah, that wasn't fun. This isn't really like a work injury. What this is, it was just more of a annoyance. So at my old job, we had a patio because it's like a lakeside restaurant. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
and days where it would be just pouring rain, I would have to just run outside in the pouring rain and like try to get everything inside before it was wet. And then when I would come back inside, I would just be full of water, just like soaked. You know what I'm saying?
That's how I feel every time we do the dishes. Because we use a power washer, and so when you spray something, like it gets everywhere. Like we have aprons we wear when we do the dishes. Except if you're me or some other people, we just don't wear aprons because we don't give a shit if we get wet.
Yeah.
Um,
Um. I
because
also
oh,
did. Oh, yeah. You go. Sorry.
we have this oven at work that like if I get like even when I'm wearing an apron or something, I'll get like the bottom of my pant legs and like the tops of my shoes and shit soaked. I will
Mm-hmm.
literally just go fucking open the oven and stand in front of it until all my shit is dry.
Yeah. We also had a. I've also done dishwashing at my old job, and I just remember like I would wear this like shitty shirt that I had that had like paint stains on it, and I remember it was like was it 2 summers ago where there was just that horrible like heat out, like 90-degree weather,
I don't even remember.
and
It would
it
have been
was,
great weather for me driving in my car. Damn, I wish I had my driver's license in my car then.
yeah, but the thing is, our kitchen doesn't have any like AC in it, and we're also like firing up ovens that got like hot and would heat the enticing area. You would actually like there's like a heat cover over where like the food stays until we send it out to the restaurant. And I just remember my sister, who also worked at this place at the time, who was a server, would complain about like she would actually like almost burn her hands from the
Yeah, no. If you let metal
sensations.
heat up, it gets super fucking hot to the
Well, it
point
wasn't
where you can
metal; it was
burn
like
yourself easily.
ceramic because that it was like a plate. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no. That's the
Hmm.
same thing. They heat up and they're fucking hot. Like, so whenever we need to take the fry station back and clean it, we have to put the fries that we make in this metal thing. And where we send up the food, that little like part right where you're grabbing the food out of, it's heated so that the food stays warm while it's up there. And
Hmm.
that thing is very hot. Like I can put a wet rag on it and I can start wiping it and the water will disappear instantly. Um,
Okay. Yeah.
but we'll
I have
put
a
the metal
very.
thing there,
Hmm.
and if you try to go and take that and you try to put it somewhere else with your bare hands, you burn your hands because it's
Yeah.
just heated up so much.
Yeah, no, just like so yeah, it would just get like scorching hot in there to where like we had like a ice thing back there cuz we had like a fountain dispenser for all the soda and the drinks and stuff. And like if you put ice in there, like 5 minutes later it would already start to melt. Like that's how hot it would be in that kitchen, and I just felt bad for all like the chefs and stuff. And my brother worked in that kitchen, and he would just complain like, "Oh my God, I feel like I'm dying."
I
And you know
work
that,
in heat, like, cause I mean we have AC in our building, and we have like heating and shit, but
yeah.
it doesn't matter when you're in a grill area. Like whenever I'm working on grill, I'll be sweating. It doesn't matter how many
Mhm.
layers I'm wearing. It doesn't matter if I have long hair or if I have short hair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sweat my balls off. Although the other day, even when I was up front,
Mhm.
or no, I was finishing, so I wasn't up front, but um I was near the grills, but I was sweating from my armpits, and I was like, I have never sweat like this at work before. What the fuck is going on today?
Yeah. And then I also remember like that blistering heat, and for some reason, uh, it wasn't 2 summers ago. It was just last summer. My brother moved to his new apartment, and right near his apartment there was these outdoor basketball hoops, and I remember us going to play that, and it would get so hot that I literally was like, my both of my brothers looked like they were covered in baby oil, like it was that hot
Yeah, no, I
out.
don't doubt that.
But like thinking back to just like that kitchen and how hot it would get, it was just like the most unpleasant experience ever. Like whenever I would go back into the dining room, I would just be like, "Oh my God, sweet relief." And and I also remember whenever you would go outside to help people at the fuck is it, patio, it would just be like also just the most scorching hot, most uncomfortable thing ever. And like the patio is so small and everybody in the summer wants to fucking eat out there. So you would just be completely crowded and there would just be chairs jamming into you as you're trying to walk around grabbing people's plates and stuff like that. I hated going out to the patio at that job. It just sucked. I
I'm
guess
just curious, but like, what was the most amount of hours you worked in a week there?
mm, that's the thing. We were only really busy on the weekends, so I really only worked on the weekends. And like the most amount of hours I've worked there was probably like I don't know, 12 to 14, mainly because I wasn't bussing those other days I was working, I was dishwashing. It was like
Mm,
during where COVID restrictions were like kinda letting up, so
right now, what's like your average shift, like hours wise?
well, thing is, I work at a retail job, and obviously I still have school. So on the weekdays, I usually work, 5 or 4 to close, and close for us is 9. So that would be like 4 hours, and I usually work like 2 closing shifts a week. But recently, they've been scheduling me on the weekends like 6 to 2:30 shifts, which God, I fucking hate that because then I don't like get to sleep in on the weekend and it's just not fun.
Well, isn't your that's your own availability? You can change that, you know.
Yeah, but I need money, so why not just accept it?
You could always change it from that to noon to 8.
Yeah, but I don't
It would
that's
still
not
be an
really
8-hour
that
shift.
that's not really like a shift that exists at the place that I work
What?
at. There's like 10 to like 6:30 shifts. Is that 8 hours? Yeah, that's 8 hours. There's like
Yeah.
there's like those type of shifts exist, but there's not really like a noon to evening shift.
I worked from noon to 8 this today.
This today.
Yeah, this today. We'll go with that. Like my average shift right now is probably 8 hours because
Yeah.
I usually close like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which is four to midnight Friday and Saturday, and then 3 to 11 on Sunday.
What time do you guys like open?
Like 4 a.m., 4 to 6 a.m. somewhere in there.
That's such like a weird
That's
cons
we're open for 20 hours
yeah,
at a time,
that's like a
basically.
weird concept to me because it's like you guys like close, you clean everything up, then 4 hours later you immediately start back at like that's super weird. Also, I had another question. Like, how bad is like the like how often do you guys like clean things there?
Oh my God. We have buckets full of towels,
Hmm.
and that's not a joke.
Are they dirty or clean towels?
Both.
Fair. So wait, do you guys like clean every night? Like, is there anything where like you do like a monthly cleaning thing or I
You
don't
mean?
know. Cause every night when we close we have to it depends on what night it is, but we have to pull rugs and clean bathrooms. And every single time I clean a bathroom, I just pray like don't have shit all over the walls. Please, for God, don't have there be shit all over the walls.
No, but once a year, usually at my McDonald's, we will have one of those nights where one of us is sent to go clean the bathroom and there's shit smeared on the walls.
Okay, so here's the
Um,
thing. there was an experience like this at my work, but I didn't have to clean it, thank fucking God. But so in the male's bathroom, I do not know how the fuck this happened. So so there was shit caked all over the toilet, okay? And then off to the side of the toilet, there was a huge just turd on the floor. And then inside the toilet, there was just a bunch of toilet paper clogged in the toilet. And my manager was like, "How the fuck did this happen?" And I was like, "I don't know, man." Luckily, I didn't have to clean it. My manager was luckily enough to clean it, and the other guy who was closing with me was helping clean it. But I just, like, that was the most repulsive shit. Literally, repulsive
You ever
shit.
had to sweep up a dead animal?
No, I have not done that.
I've done that. It
I
wasn't
will say,
inside the building. It was in the drive-through area, and it was a dead rat. I swept it into a dustpan and I threw it in the garbage, and then I took that garbage out immediately because no one wants a rotting corpse.
yeah, no, no. But, yeah, I do not know why, like, public bathrooms, like, what do people do in there that, like, gets the shit caked all over the toilet, shit on the floor, shit all over the walls? Like, how?
That's what we call a little like 8-year-old not knowing how to take a shit properly because his parents are too fucking dumb to educate them on how to sit on a toilet and take a shit.
Like, how does this happen? And then, I, like, like, I don't know if people do it on purpose. They're just like, huh, I'm gonna fuck with these people. Just shit everywhere. And
Fucking
I'm like,
shits on the floor, slab squats, just starts shitting on the floor. You
no,
know what
no,
I
but
should? No,
no.
you know what? You know what? You know what would be bad though?
Hmm.
Is if a guy walks into the fucking bathroom, slab squats right in front of the door, just takes a massive shit right there.
But it's like what the fuck happens to where like literally this was the most confused. Like if there was shit all over the walls, I would be less confused than what that situation was at my work. Like there was literally like a shit like a pile of shit right next to the toilet. There was shit caked all over the outside of the toilet, and there was just a bunch of toilet paper clogged in the main toilet. So like, did he shit on the floor and try to clean it up? But then that doesn't explain all the caked shit on the toilet itself.
I'll admit I've had to wipe down the toilet seat before I sit down because it's fucked up.
Yeah. The worst
I
is when
never
you sit down
experienced.
on a public toilet and it's warm.
You know, there's actually a word for that. I don't remember what the phrase is, but
There's a
there's
word
actually
for
a thing
it.
for that. Yeah, there's actually like a phrase and shit for that.
I
I don't
really
remember what it
enjoyed.
is though.
I thought this like podcast was going to be low energy, and I wouldn't because there's just two of us. Obviously, I think we had a very good discussion this episode, and I think it's way better than the podcast episode that I
Oh
recorded
my
yesterday.
God, was that awful.
Yeah, but I think
If you want us to upload that, we can, but there will be a warning on that because it is so like that was terrible. That was actually awful, and
and there's some
I'm
audio
telling you now, it's
problems with
bad.
it.
It gets bad,
Yeah,
and I mean bad.
yeah, but I feel like this episode was just kind of like a chill talking episode about like work
Oh, yes, I
ethics
agree.
and people
It was certainly better than that one.
shitting all over a bath. I love how the mood of this episode changed after we were talking about like erections and whatever we were talking about for the first half of this. But I guess that fits in with shoving a cat's ass on the end of a barrel and whatever an Omni-Man
I
uses.
remember that. That was what, the second episode?
You weren't here for that, but that was the second episode.
No, I know we mentioned it. We mentioned it in an episode, I'm pretty sure,
That
right?
was the one where
I
you
just
talked
don't
about
remember what
the
episode we mentioned.
dolphin pussy jelly
Oh,
that
that one. I know which one you're talking about.
See, this is why I was questioning you know a lot about ocean creatures' genitalia.
It's only because You know what? I'm not gonna finish that sentence.
Yeah, I don't want you to. I think that's gonna be it for this episode. I think we've had a really like good, chill talk about all this
Sure.
stuff. And please,
Also, I want to point out, honey badgers have a reverse anal pouch.
I fucking I fucking hate you. The only reason why you know so much about honey badgers is because you made like a presentation in like the 8th grade or whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah, no. And I still remember it to this day.
Y-
Oh, and by the way, I said this before, but octopus, one of their 8 tentacles is their penis. So if you ever touch the tentacles on an octopus, you could literally be stroking it off. You could be masturbating an octopus.
I think that's gonna be it for this episode. Maybe one episode we should just have you know list all the fun sexual facts you know about cr- fucking animals.
Great.
But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe down below, and I would say continue this conversation. I feel like we've opened up a can of worms that can continue on. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe down below, and
It's probably a can of worms that will never go away and will haunt us for the rest of our lives, but it's besides the point.
yeah, like 50 years from now, we'll listen to this podcast and be like, God, why did we talk like that?
Why did we say this?
But now it's trapped on the internet forever in the universe. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe down below, and you want to leave them off with any wise words?
Don't do dumb shit.
Literally, don't do dumb
Stay out of
shit
trouble.
in public bathrooms.
That too. Well, also just stay out of trouble.
Yep.